Advanced tricky EPC interview questions on instrument index and IO list. These are the type interviewers ask to test real project experience, not just theory. How do you control duplication of tag numbers in an instrument index? Use standard tag numbering philosophy. Software like SPI with auto-validation. Manual check using sorting and filtering in Excel. In real projects, duplication usually happens during late design changes. What happens if an instrument exists in P&ID but not in instrument index? This is a serious mismatch. It may not be procured. It will be missing in IO list. Leads to site commissioning failure. Always perform P&ID versus index reconciliation. How do you handle revision control in instrument index? Maintain revision number. Highlight changes, added, deleted instruments. Keep change log. Sync with document control system. What is the impact of a wrong service description in instrument index? Incorrect datasheet selection. Wrong instrument specification. Vendor mismatch can lead to costly rework during procurement. How do you link instrument index with datasheets? Each instrument tag must have unique datasheet number reference. Hyperlink in Excel or SPI. How do you identify field versus panel-mounted instruments? Using location column, field control room local panel, based on P&ID and layout drawings. What is the role of instrument index in MTO, material takeoff? It is the primary source for counting instruments, preparing MR, material requisition, budget estimation. How do you ensure instrument index completeness? Cross-check with P&IDs, cause and effect, control philosophy, vendor packages. What is a dummy tag or spare tag in instrument index? Predefined tags reserved for future expansion, spare loops, important for brownfield projects. What is the biggest mistake engineers make in instrument index? Not updating it after design changes. This causes mismatch across all downstream documents. How do you decide AI versus DI for a signal? Based on nature of signal, continuous AI, on-off DI. Example, pressure transmitter AI, limit switch DI. What is soft I/O versus hard I/O? Hard I/O physical wiring to PLC. Soft I/O signals via communication, Modbus, Profibus. What happens if an I/O is missing in the I/O list? PLC logic incomplete, signal not wired, system failure during commissioning. How do you allocate I/O channels efficiently? Group by signal type, AI, DI, DO, AO. Consider card capacity, 8, 16, 32 channels. Leave spare channels, tilde 10, 20%. What is marshaling in relation to I/O list? Intermediate wiring between field cables, PLC and DCS I/O cards, defined using I/O list. What is loop checking and how is I/O list used? Loop check verifies signal path from field to control system. I/O list is used to trace signal, verify channel mapping. How do you handle redundant I/O in critical systems? Use dual signals, 1 out of 2 out of 3 voting, assigned to separate cards panels. What is the difference between I/O list and cable schedule? I/O list and cable schedule are both important engineering documents, but they serve different purposes. I/O list contains signal information. Shows PLC, DCS, or SYS channel assignments. Used for control system design and configuration. Focuses on instrument inputs and outputs. Cable schedule contains cable routing information. Shows cable numbers, sizes, types, and destinations. Used for cable installation and field construction. Focuses on physical cable connections. What is the impact of wrong I/O range? Wrong scaling in PLC. Incorrect readings on HMI. Process upset. Example, 0 to 10 bar configured as 0 to 100 bar. How do you verify I/O list accuracy before commissioning? Cross-check with instrument index, P&IDs, logic diagrams, perform loop checks, signal simulation. During commissioning, a field instrument is installed but no signal is coming to DCS. What will you check? I/O list, channel mapping, wiring marshaling, power supply, signal type mismatch, PLC configuration. A new instrument is added late in the project. What documents must be updated? Instrument index, I/O list, datasheet, cable schedule, logic diagram. Missing this step is equal to major project issue. Why is instrument index called the mother document? Because all documents depend on it. I/O list, datasheets, material requisition, cable schedule. What is the relation between cause and effect and I/O list? Cause and effect defines logic. I/O list defines physical signals. Both must match exactly. What is the most critical check before freezing I/O list? Ensure all P&ID instruments requiring control monitoring are included. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. IIQA